welcome back to my channel. And my name is Rose. Well, the voiceover one. So this is I'm not going to say short video, but it's an important video for me to share with you guys because I wanna try out some alternatives and free alternatives and compare them to everyone interested in digital art and want to learn it. So I tested out, I think was 5 programs. Actually it's 4 and I'm going to explain you why, but from the ones that I tried before since I was learning in digital art until the ones who are my favorite and becomes my favorite as well. So the first one is I always say auto sketch, but it really calls sketchbook, and I think recently changed the name. I don't know how long that name was, but this is one. I think the first program I start to use once I get back to digital art, because before that I was using Photoshop since I was totally a minor in graphic design. I stopped using it for a while, and when I come back to draw a mobile version, this is once the first program I use. So I really love it so far until few things, and you can see if you see a little off with the way that this video is going, it's the program, but if you see just fine once I publish, then it's the program that's messing me up. But I just want to say that Sketchbook has been one of the programs that I gave into mobile version digital art, and I used to do portraits with it, exploring different tools, and the coloring is amazing. But now it's been a year and a half I didn't use that program because I bought an iPad and I started using Procreate, later on Crease Studio Paint. And when I get back to this, I have to upload once again and test it out. It changed completely, especially with the color wheel, which now they have groups of family colors like all the reds, all the purple, the green, and so on. Also, I really like the variety of art tools, and I'm glad that most of it is available free. And it's amazing for the fact that you can have variety from sketching to airbrush to texture, different kinds of eraser, traditional media, so on. So the only downside of this is the fact that these artworks are only work is best if it's for digital uploading, like unless you know print your artworks is fine, and that's a downside because I try so hard to make a higher, like make an artwork with a print size like 8x10 or 5x7 or 11x14, but they do so pixelated. So if you don't want your artwork to go to a print version of it, then okay, that program works for you. But if you want to take your artwork for the next level, then Sketchbook is not a good application. But for beginners, it's very good, and most of this is self-explanatory in the fact that how they behave, the interface, the layers, the transformation tools is on the upside part of the application. Also, they have a preview of the brushes and so on. So yeah, for the beginners it's good. Now follow up to EV Spain. Most of my colleges use it, and they have two versions. They have the EV Spain X, who is the free version, and the EV Spain paid version that is, I think is 10 or $5, but I will put the price somewhere in the screen. So EV Spain is a good program, that especially because at the moment that you start using it, they explain you how each interface looks, how they work, where it's gonna be the layers, where it's gonna be the tools, how many brushes the program has, which one is the free, which one is the who's gonna be part of the paid version. And the only thing that you have to work with is the app that is in the over the interface, and then locks on the majority or on the brushes. But the good side of it is that most of the brushes could be available for you for the next, I think, that 18 hours. If you watch an ad and you can see this ad again, and you can use everything, any on these brushes for that course of time. So, which is great because they have a huge library from pencils to textures. I think comparing with Create Studio Paint, which is a paid drawing program, the variety of brushes and materials are really similar. Maybe one than another that doesn't add each, but I can compare with that. So another thing, that as long as I was drawing, the program shows me where is each section of the program, like where is gonna be my layers, where is the transform tools, where is the color palette, and most of the time they shows a little blue bubble at the moment that I'm exploring the app. So there we are. Now you can see. So, and the fact that how these brushes behave with my pencil, which I have a generic Apple pencil. I don't have this pressure feature, but works really well. I really like the way that those brushes go when I'm sketching, when doing line art, and the coloring process was amazing. They have so many brushes who behaves like traditional media, and I wish I could explore more, but the fact that I was doing the same drawing many times, I want to maintain that sketchy look. If I do another work again, I want to explore more and make a rendered version on it. But overall, I really like this program, especially the fact that I made this really fast. The only things I remember. One of the things that they have, not like a social media on the program, but they have a space so you can share your work with other people around the world, and also that permits you sizes that you can be able to print and don't losing any quality. Also, the DPI is way higher. You can work on 300 DPI, maybe 600, but the now it shows you how I got available the brushes I already explained. So you can work on this program and get your stuff print without problems compared with sketchbook. But the only thing that unless you want to use it for a long time and wants to make this program your main source to do digital art, then you can pay once to EBS Paint and you can forget about the ads and have the access to all this project library. And I think they have more resources, and they explore that part because at that moment, when I was doing this video, I did it in different days, which each one of them, when I explored different programs, was a week or two between one and another. This one I just made before I go into church, so I cut a lot of process on this video and all this footage, but it was the 45-minute sketch. So, and another thing is that I was the color matching between the first and the rest of this video buyers. It varies between each program, but the use on the brushes was really nice. For it is beginner friendly. I think for a part of Procreate and Crease Studio Paint, this program became one of my favorite free programs, and it's the second one, and I'm going to tell you why once I explain the rest of the programs, because I have a lot to say and we'll explain you a little bit more. But overall, the program is really nice. It's easy to use. They have their interface is good for the bottom, and the design is readable. They are big. They are easy to identify. I really like it. So I'm going to leave a little bit of music attention until I roast the next two programs ahead. But I want to say first, and I think I end up talking until the next program, is the Happy New Year, guys. I think this is one of the videos that I delayed most because it's supposed to be early this year, but there was a lot of good changes coming ahead. So I just want to thanks in advance to everyone who reached out to me in the last few months. And yeah, I will combine videos like this, voiceovering, and also with my usual content that is testing and reviewing art supplies or trying different media and all weird art supplies. But I have so many ideas to work with, so I want to say in advance that I'm going to work one video per month because I have so many projects to work on. And also, spoiler alert, I'm setting up a new page and in collaboration with my best friend Jesser, and it's because it's gonna benefit both of us because of merchandise. So I'm going to do a test run next month with a collection, then I do it for Valentine's. So stay tuned to my Instagram handle, and I'm going to put it in a corner so you guys can stay tuned and also support this both mine, his, and also to support each other. So to finish up with this program at the end, I show a little bit for some materials. So that part I didn't spell very well, but let's move on with the next one. And I'm going to say that this program is one of the most useless program ever, and I want to give you a second chance. It's Medibang. There's a lot of people use Medibang, and there are amazing projects and there are amazing artworks. But for me, I tried so many times to try to draw something, but I don't know, is the version, I don't know what happened, that instead of draw, I ended up erasing it. So I really don't understand what's going on, and I tried to draw for a good couple minutes. Then I realized that any of these brushes work. I'm going to take the credit to them for create such an organized library for each brush, and the interface looks really nice, but unfortunately I didn't able to draw anything. So if someone knows about this, let me know in the comments so I can give it a second chance. Moving on to another this app called Infinite Paint. They have this is the free version, and you can see it started very well with a mini tutorial on how this behaves, the interface, the library is really nice. I really like the representation of each surprise each brush, and simulates traditional and digital media, mostly traditional, but it was really nice. It was really organized, very clean, very nice. But I wanted to keep talking because watching this again it take out to the surface the burdenness of this. But to talk in general, objectively, they had this film version, and the full version cost $10. I think it's a one payment, and you can have full access of everything. So at first I say, okay, this is the free version. Maybe it's the same thing as EB's Paint, that you can have very access to everything. Only the ads, maybe not, but I didn't see any ads at all. It was not really full for me. But I was starting to sketch as usual, and when I do, my process is a layer for sketch, a layer for liner, and a couple layers to build up the color. And this is the problem. When I start sketching, I think I'm going to say this before you guys can see. When I start to sketch, everything is fine. Oh, before that, the brush, they have so many ink brush that I like most. I ended up doing this again, but I think I cut that part. So I was liner, but I found a better ink brush than the one I used previously, so I decided to scrap over and start over again. But the thing is that when I get to put another layer for the colors, the program says that no more than 3 layers, and that is a pro feature. And for that you have to pay $9.99. And for this canvas size. If I pay it, it be allowed to work with 171 layers, and honestly it sucks. Like, okay, I know they did it their best to show a free version, and then smacking your face with, you want to explore the full feature, you have to pay. But that gave me a really, really hard time to finish this artwork because I had to do everything, all the coloring on one layer, which is not bad. It was a good exercise because it works in my mind which color comes first and layer up like a traditional media, because traditional, you have only one layer to work with, and you can build up the pans for light to dark. So for me it was it's easy but at the same time hard, but at the same time it's fun to do because you can work like it's a normal drawing or painting on a canvas or paper. So this is the big bummer of this app. If you want to try it, because I'm not going to take it that the brushes are really good, the blending options are really good, and they're available to replicate traditional media is really nice. But if you want to like try it out just for try it out, fine, that the free purchase is up to you. But if you want to do more and take advantage of all these features, then you have to do like Procreate, that do one payment and it's all yours. So that's not really free at all. And I didn't, and it's good that I check because I just downloaded without reading that is a really, really part of the full version on it. But overall, I know I really it was a bummer. But the good thing is that you can do bigger canvas that you can print on. But yeah, I wish it wasn't in another way. But anyway, it's not a bad app. It's just like they limited you a lot, so they're forcing you to buy the full version. But that doesn't mean that you can. So another detail that I didn't mention is that few of my sketches I forgot to draw the gem. Like, now I was in a hurry, and it's that, like I said before, that I did this in different days. The first two was on the beginning of this month. This one I made it in one of those mornings that I wake up and I want to draw. Like, it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. And the last one I'm going to show you was made like a week and a half, and I'm finished editing and everything. The reason why I post this today is because I got many changes in my job, and also like I said before, setting on this new page, working on merch, and making some changes on Painter and everything. So I'm taking this time to record now that I have my normal weekends, and I'm very glad that this happened so far, but I will explain a little more in the next videos this year. So I'm moving on to Adobe Fresco, and I had a lot to talk about this program because at the beginning I downloaded it thinking that it's a drawing app. I just tried this before along with Sketchbook 3 years ago, but I didn't like how it behaved in my phone, so I decided to delete this and continue learning with Sketchbook. But I downloaded and they got a I don't know, it was 180 or 360 degrees change, because the interface looks like it's Photoshop but more simple, and the appearance on the layout is really nice. And then I figured out why, and I'm going to explain it before talking about this app. Before Fresco, I was using Adobe Draw, which is an app that you can draw anything you like using vectors. It's a mini version of Adobe Illustrator, but for free, because they still have these programs to work in the iPad, but you have to pay a membership with Adobe. So my free alternative is Adobe Draw, and I use it only for draw emojis, emotes, emoticons, whatever, from Twitch and Discord communities. So yeah, I just made some for my friends and some for myself, and some all, and also for the logo and everything else, because Vector has more chances to more resolution, more chances to stretch it out, get it bigger without losing the integrity than working with pixels. So the thing is that Adobe decided to merge Fresco with all the features of Adobe Draw, making Adobe Draw unable to function anymore, and because they moved everything to Adobe Fresco, and all the projects that you did recently in the beginning, in the meantime with Adobe Draw, they're moving to Adobe Fresco, so you can, and you're not losing any data or whatsoever on those projects. So this part, it was really good. So the good feature about this is the live painting, which you can see, and pay attention to this. It acts exactly like watercolor, and in some paintbrushes that they have, they behave like light watercolor, like what's the other one, oil painting, and you can see the texture of the oil painting in the digital interface. So this one is one of the coolest features, and I had to be careful with that, because once I was painting, they start to spread it out, and you have to use the eraser to clean out so edges will move, as you can see over there. They have a lot of variety of, but a little limited, because if you pay, I don't know, it is a membership or the fullest version of the app, you can have more access, but the pro brushes are really few. So you have, like, let's say 60 to 80% of the totality of the program for free for you, and with that you can do a lot. So I really like the variety of the brushes, which is less compared with the previous ones, but less is more, and especially the light brush, because when I was missing the colors, you can see that it behaves like traditional media so well, so exactly the same. Like, I really love it. And for all the free programs that I tested out, this one has been the first, my favorite. I can do a lot with it. I can do pencil art, like not pencil, like using rasterized brushes, comparing with vector and do both, or using vector for liner and rasterized brushes to color and to blend. And this is the sketch version, and and I will show you at the very end, side by side, how they look, and the ones who really look amazing as being Fresco and Ibis paint, because they are really clean, very crisp, very amazing, which I really really like. So for the is beginner friendly, not give it the tutorials as the previous one, but I know that there's a couple of videos around there in YouTube of people who tried this before and can explain you very well. But for me, entering this for the first time, and if you have a little experience or you get used to how they behave in each tool in digital art, you can get used to it very quickly. So this has been taking aside Procreate and Create Studio Paint, free application for drawing. And to start with, this is one of the amazing ones. I really like the fact that for free you can do different sizes. You can do for sizes for the web and also for print, and they don't limit you for now, because I didn't. Now that I know how to compress my current options, at the beginning I was doing so many layers for many things, but now I reduce it as learning how to shape properly and using layer blending layers. I forgot the term. Anyway, I'm going to write it. I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah, overall, the best program, and I'm sorry that it is for Adobe, but I'm going to tell you, this program is so good. And yeah, and I forgot to draw the to color the necklace again. So yeah, I sported is pretty easy to do. So yeah, in conclusion, there we are.